transference of merit ceremony. Although we are going to do it in a very simple way, but we do it from the depth of our heart. And this is for our beloved Mitra, Kalyana Mitra, Professor Dr. Kapila Abhayawansa. This morning, just a couple of hours ago, I got the news that unfortunately he passed away last night, apparently in his sleep. He is now, or when he passed away, he was 83 years old. And that really struck me for various reasons. One, of course, is that I myself is now 75 and only a few years younger than he. In the past 3-4 years, several of my friends, some of my same age, some earlier than I, friends in the Sangha also, passed away one after another. So maybe I will not live very much longer, and this is the fact that we have to accept according to the Buddha teaching of impermanence. But when it happened within the sphere of our experience, for example in this case, when a friend, a respected friend, passed away, and in some way, in an unexpected way, then it strikes us deeply. Another reason that we have a lot of deep feeling, as I said, we are doing it although simply, but from the depth of our heart, that's because Professor Kapila was a very good Buddhist gentleman. And we can say that he is one of those Sappurisa. Professor served the University of Kelaniya for many years. And we worked together also for many years at the same institute, the Postgraduate Institute of Pali and Buddhist Studies. In fact, he was there before me, maybe 1 or 2 years before I joined. So he joined at the beginning, the very beginning, and we were close together, and we help one another as colleagues, and we encourage one another also. So he make tremendous contributions to the Postgraduate Institute of Pali Buddhist Studies, and I'm sure all of you people know that our courses are all affiliated to the Postgraduate Institute of Pali and Buddhist Studies. And we must especially feel grateful to this institute and to all the teachers involved in this institute, all the people involved in this institute. Kapila especially was one of those highly respected staff member at that time. Although he didn't quite become the director, but he was a deputy director a couple of times. But because he was very unassuming, he was not one of those who always wanting to self-promote themselves. Kapila was not like that. So, but in a very quiet way, he did a lot of work, and he was one of the very learned scholar at that time. And he and I at that time, I joined, as I say, maybe a couple of years after him. And at that time, there were only just a few members, or before the other young men, because there were some senior members. Venerable Rathanasara, who was the founder, he is also no more. long ago, and eventually he went to America. And Professor L.P.M. Perella, who also passed away many years ago, were all very dear to us. And I myself especially was benefited greatly because they had very good, I should say, they thought of me very well, yeah, and they helped me, encouraged me, as I said. Kapila and I together share a room as teachers. So we came to know each other very well, and later on I recommended him to the International Buddhist College. That is by now a well-known Buddhist college, and with the main center in South Thailand, in Hat Yai. And since then he worked there very steadily, and as I said, without promoting himself, he could have been made the head. Somehow he humbly remained as one of the deans, and then later on finally he became a deputy vice chancellor or some such position. During all the years when he was at the IBC, or International Buddhist College, he also continued to help us, to help me in many ways. For example, some of my students, I wanted to help them to complete their PhD successfully, and I make him often one of the external examiners. And we have here today Dr. Amidananda from Bangladesh and Dr. Sri Dharmakit. For both of them, Professor Dr. Kapila Abhayawansa served as an external examiner. I think there were a few other of my students for whose PhD evaluation I appointed Kapila. And I just regretted that I didn't have a chance to invite him to come down here when I was the chairman of the master program at the Center of Buddhist Study, University of Hong Kong. In fact, after I started the Buddha Dhamma Center, I was thinking of doing that also, but I didn't come around to doing it. And it was quite a little bit of a little bit unexpected that he just passed away. But I knew that he was having some heart ailment, and he every now and then told me that, but he had great faith in the traditional medical system of Ayurveda. So he spent a lot of energy and he had a lot of hope on this. But I didn't know that it was so serious. So now, among other things, we want to express our gratitude to him. My students who have got their PhD, of course they have done well in the studies, but sometimes, if you don't have, if you have some nasty, unsympathetic examiners, they can give you trouble. But Kapila gave them very good reports every time. I have several others, and some are Hong Kong students, Bangladesh students, and Chinese students. And in many cases, he served as I said, the external examiner. So we must especially today think of him and express our deepest gratitude to him from our heart. Maybe Amidananda, you want to say something later, you can say, wait, after me, I will tell you. So this is one reason why I felt today, although we were not quite prepared, this news came very suddenly. I still have not heard a word yet from IBC. Maybe they were also very busy and they were very sad also. But I just heard from Dipananda this morning. So although it was very, very brief notice and we couldn't do much in terms of preparation, but I felt that we should do this transfer merit to him. As I said, it is also a time for us to meditate, and we must thank him for giving us this chance to really feel the Buddha's message, the Buddha's teaching of anicca. So today we are here and we shall just recite the Gatha and then chant the Sutta and then transfer merit to Professor Kapila Abhayawansa. I was thinking that maybe he could have been promoted to be the Vice Chancellor, or they call it the rector there. I was the rector myself. I served as a rector for several years. And recently, the present rector also passed away. Another friend, another example of Anichata. That is Professor Willeman, Charles Willeman, also close enough. He also was recommended by me. After I left, I told them to take Professor Willeman. And he also served many years, and he also helped us in various ways. So, it's our deepest aspiration, our wish, that Professor Kapila Abhayawansa, with all the good work that he has done as a sub-professor, with all the contribution he has made to the Buddha Dhamma, and particularly to the Postgraduate Institute of Pali and Buddhist, of which I was a member for so many years, and also as external examiners, as I said, helping many students of ours who were very close to us. So it is my conviction that he has accrued tremendous punya, tremendous merit. By the force of this merit, may he fulfill his parami on his samsara journey and attain Nibbana soon. Now I will ask first Dipananda Bhikkhu to say a few words, because he also worked at the center, at the International College of Buddhist College, and he also received much help from him also. So I want him to say a few words, and then maybe Dr. Amitananda also will say a few words.
My sincere respect to Bhante, respected Sangha, and dear devotees. Yes, this news of Professor Kapila's passing away actually came as a shock for me also, because when I was in IBC as a bachelor degree student, he was my teacher there for about 2 years, and then later on I came to Hong Kong, and after that I went back to Thailand to continue my studies. Even after receiving my PhD degree, when I joined IBC as a lecturer, he guided me thoroughly in every respect concerning like how to prepare lecture, how to guide a student, and so on. Time to time he would guide me. So as soon as I heard the news of professors passing away, I could not really believe it. And then I contacted some other members in IBC to confirm. So personally, I feel that I am really indebted to him for his guidance, his sharing of his knowledge with us. He was really a very humble person and very encouraging to all the young scholars and students. Whenever we had some questions or some doubts, and whenever we approached him with our questions, he would give us time, and he would very patiently explain us the matter. And even later on, when I moved to other countries for my studies or different purposes, he provided me recommendations, good recommendations. So I'm really grateful to him, and I just feel that I would just remember him for his contributions to me and also to everybody in IBC, and to Buddhist studies in general. I wish that he would have a good rebirth, and he would come in contact with Dharma later on again. And wishing that, I want to end my speech, my remark. Thank you.
Now ask Dr. Amitananda to say a few words on behalf of the students who have been benefited, who have been helped by Professor Kapila.
Most respected Bhante, members of Mahasangha, dear friends in Dhamma, first of all, I'd like to express my heartfelt thanks to my teacher, Bhante, for organizing today this occasion for us to express our gratitude to our teacher, Professor Kapila Abhayawansa. Professor Kapila Abhayawansa has been very helpful to us. He was external examiner of my dissertation as well as dissertation of Dr. Kapila. During my Bible, he was very encouraging. He started the PhD Bible as an external examiner, and he started with a very positive note. And he was very supportive, and he first encouraged me to publish my PhD dissertation. And because of that, after even the PhD dissertation, I used to contact him time to time, every time wishing him a happy birthday. He was active in Facebook, so I contacted him quite several times. Last I contacted him the last year, I sent him one chapter of my book for his view, and he told me he was too busy and his health was also not so good, so he may not able to go through everything, but was very supportive, and he told me that he agreed with my content and he encouraged me to publish it. So I was very privileged to have him as an advisor, as an examiner, and I'm truly grateful. Myself and Marakita, we are very grateful for the help we received from the professor, and he will remain in our heart for many years to come. We'll remember his contribution, his help with gratitude. I wish Professor a very happy samsaric fate and may finally attain bliss of Nirvana. Thank you very much.
Now we will chant the impermanence Gatha. Anicca vata sankhara upadavaya dhammino upajitva nirojjanti te sambhopasamo sukho anicca vata sankhara upadavaya dhammino upajitva nirojjanti te sambhopasamo sukho anicca vata sankhara upadavaya dhammino upajitva